I'm not sure if City Slickers is a good episode or not, but I'm still going to rant on this episode, but if you like this episode, please respect my opinion. Anyways, enjoy. City Slickers? Oh my god. This episode from the Loud House sucks. Here are the reasons why this episode sucks in my opinion. The story begins with Lincoln and Lori drive to the Casagrande's bodega to pay them a visit for the weekend as a way for Lori to get to know the city better once she graduates. During the drive, they have their own fantasies of being in the city, Lori on being a city girl, while Lincoln on spending time with Ronnie Ann. At the bodega, the Casagrandes are preparing for their arrival. Hector and Carlos are hanging the welcome banner. Frida and Maria are prepping some taquitos. Carlota is searching for Ronnie Ann to get her to choose between two dresses to wear while she is hiding behind Lalo. Rosa is frantically trying to cleanse the place with Carlitos following and imitating her. After Sergio tips Hector over and causes the banner to fall, CJ notices Lincoln and Lori are at the front door and announces their arrival. The Casagrandes then give the two Louds a warm welcome, and as Carl walks in his PJs, he sees Lori and immediately changes into a tuxedo in an attempt to woo her. As Lori leaves to go see Bobby, Lincoln remains upstairs to eat Rosa's cooking just as CJ tries to get him to play pirates with him again. Ronnie Ann finds that Lincoln has arrived and welcomes him, with a punch in the arm. He then gives her a yellow Royal Woods sweatshirt as a present that he won from Gus Games and Grub. When her Aunt Frida tells her that one of her friends is calling, Ronnie Ann changes the subject quickly to avoid Lincoln from meeting them. Meanwhile, Bobby shows Lori the new changes he made to the bodega, which took him so long. He has to work a longer shift, leaving Lori to fantasize about living in the city until Bobby gets stuck in the dairy case again. As Lincoln and Ronnie Ann play video games, he suggests they should explore the city. Despite her protests, Maria encourages her to go with Lincoln and show him around. Carlota provides Lori with the outfit she fantasized herself in as she prepares to head out into the city as well, but not before being surprised by CJ playing pirates and Carl using chocolate pudding for a mustache to impress Lori. Out in the city, Lincoln and Ronnie Ann run into her friends, Nikki, Samir and Casey. He offers to hang out with them, and they accept, much to Ronnie Ann's dismay. Elsewhere, Lori buys a latte and walks into a busy intersection, bumping into various people and spilling her latte. She then tries to hail a cab, only to be ignored by several of them before getting splashed by a bus driving over a puddle. The exact opposite of how she fantasized her experience in the city would be. Lincoln hangs out with Ronnie Ann and her friends by a fountain eating hot dogs and tries to make small talk with them, only for Ronnie Ann to stop Lincoln any time he's about to mention anything about either of them being from Royal Woods. Lori tries to take a subway to 45th Street, but instead, she ends up in a subway going to 250th Street. When the kids arrive at the top deck of the tallest building in the city, Ronnie Ann continues to keep Lincoln from saying anything about Royal Woods. Suspicious about her behavior, he pulls her to side and calls her out for it and says he's not going to lie on her behalf. She then claims that he keeps messing everything up for her and never asked him to come back. Hurt by her words, he states that he's going to head back to the bodega to pack up and leave as soon as he gets his complimentary souvenir photo, leaving Ronnie Ann to feel guilty about what she said. Lori continues to have a hard time being a city girl as she falls into a manhole no sooner after she got out of the subway. When the Casagrandes hear about the problems Lincoln and Lori are having, they start eavesdropping on them. Carlos, Carlota, Carl, Rosa, and Sergio eavesdrop on Lori while Maria, Hector, Frida, CJ and Lalo eavesdrop on Lincoln. Lori laments on how she failed on being a city girl and believes that it's not possible to live in the city. Bobby comforts her saying that he didn't have the best of luck either since he ran into the backside of a police horse, but with time, she will be able to adjust to the city life and kissed her forehead. While Lincoln is packing, Ronnie Ann apologizes and admits that the reason she's been acting the way she was is because she believed that her friends would want to hang out with her if they believed she was from a big city and not from a small town like Royal Woods. Lincoln tells her that if they're really her friends, they will accept her for who she is, rather than where she's from. Realizing that he is right, they decide to give the day a do-over. Along the way out, Lincoln asks if they can also redo his complimentary photo since his first photo came out with him fuming, which she agrees to do, but only after she clears the air with her friends. Once she explains to them where she and Lincoln are really from and apologize to her friends for lying, it turns out they really don't mind the fact that she's from Royal Woods and still accept her as their friend. As the weekend passed by, Lincoln and Lori are packed up and ready to head back home. Lincoln and Ronnie Ann share a laugh over their complimentary photo of her pants in Lincoln. Lori admits how she'll miss being a city girl, but her moment gets ruined when Vanzilla gets towed because Lori parked in a non-parking space, making Lori, Lincoln, Ronnie Ann, and Bobby chase after the tow truck as the episode ends. And that's how the episode goes. If you haven't seen it, don't watch it. It's a waste of time. I don't know who likes or hates this episode, so I'm gonna leave it be. So screw city slickers. And screw ruthless people. Deep Cuts is 678,000 times better than city slickers. End of rant.